Today, I'm talking about when their reality becomes one you can't control. Sometimes our young adults' reality becomes a world we never imagined or one that we've tried to keep them from, a path filled with choices, consequences, and pain we wish we could spare them from. And yet, there comes a point when you realize you don't get to rewrite their story. That's a hard truth, one that takes your breath away at first. But it's also the moment a different kind of love begins, the kind that trades control for courage, fixing for faith, and fear for steadiness. When you've done everything right, talked, guided, supported, prayed, researched, paid, intervened, and their life still feels off track, something inside you starts to crack. You watch them walk into situations that break your heart. You see the cost of their choices stacking up, and every instinct screams, "Do something!" That's the parent or writing reflex. Protect, correct, rescue. But when their reality becomes one you can't control, the work shifts. You move to manage from managing outcomes to managing yourself. And that shift, though excruciating, is where peace begins to re-enter the story through courage. Courage doesn't mean pretending you're okay with what's happening. It means standing in the truth of it without losing your balance. It's being able to say, this is not what I'd hoped for, but I can meet it with strength and love. Courage says, I can acknowledge the pain without letting fear dictate every move. I can hold compassion without collapsing into chaos. I can see reality clearly and still choose connection. This kind of courage is quiet. It doesn't post a victory story or fix the ending. It just keeps showing up day after day with an open heart, realistic eyes, and radical acceptance. When your young adult's path is uncertain, courage becomes about restraint. It's the decision to stop rescuing when rescuing no longer helps. It's holding space instead of holding control. And every time you choose that steadiness, you're rebuilding trust, not just with them, but within yourself. You start believing again that your love is strong enough to hold disappointment, strong enough to survive reality, strong enough to stay kind even when outcomes are out of reach. That's the moment you remember. You can't steer their story, but you can anchor your own. Connection in this season isn't about daily contact or constant reassurance. It's about presence, emotional, spiritual, energetic presence. Sometimes connection looks like a message that simply says, I'm thinking of you. Sometimes it's just breathing before reacting. Sometimes it's trusting that silence doesn't mean disconnection. It means space to grow. This is where courage and compassion meet. You're loving them not because they've earned it or behaved how you'd hoped, but because your love is bigger than circumstances. If you're in that season, watching, waiting, praying, hoping, please know this. You're not failing by letting go of control. You're honoring both your humanity and theirs. Courage in parenting isn't loud or dramatic. It's the quiet decision to stay grounded in your truth while allowing them to face theirs. It's remembering their journey is not your report card, and your steadiness, not your solutions, is what gives them a reason to believe change is possible. So this week, when your heart wants to fix, try just breathing. Remind yourself, connection begins again with calm. That's where your power lives. I'm Josie, a mom living through it too. You can find me here at From Chaos to Connection or at Josie Dristy on socials every day. Remember, even when we can't control the outcome, we can still choose how we show up in love.